Hello everybody! One of our favorite things to do at Fruit Haven, one of the most important things we do is planting ground covers. And one of our favorite ground covers is pinto peanut. It's a perennial peanut that doesn't actually produce any peanuts. We used to plant it like this. We would basically take one piece, dig up the ground a little bit, and stick it in horizontally. What we found is about 80% of them died. Unless we were lucky and we planted them like right before 3 days of rain. Otherwise, the sun would just come out the next day and bake them, especially planting them in open areas in between fruit trees, like on the ground right in front of me. Let's check, there are better ways to do it. So let's check out this video of the guy from Finca Tierra in Costa Rica, who Pete Kanaris was interviewing, and let's see how he does it.
Our nitrogen fixing peanut grass. So I'll show you, here's how we do it. Just wrap up a big bunch and then pop that in the ground. As long as you get like 75% of that or so in there, you know, it doesn't matter if it's gonna be a really sunny day, right?
So he has a different way of doing it where he folds it like that and he sticks it into the ground about that far, and you get a much better, shall we say, germination rate, or it just has a much higher success rate. Obviously it's already well past germination. However, we actually have an even better way of doing it. We're actually a bit closer to the equator than he is. We're about 3 degrees away, and so we have even more problem with the plants burning and dehydrating, especially if they're planted in between trees. So 2 changes we make is, first, we don't plant them in the middle of open areas. I mean, sometimes we do. We usually plant them at the side of mulch piles. Another thing we do roll it and fold it basically the same as he does, but even more, leaving even less of the plant on top. Sometimes even this much. We usually don't do it with such a big bunch, but it's better to do it with just a little bit on top, and all this is going to go into the ground. So basically we just dig it deeper than he does, and right on the side of a mulch pile is a good place, because not only do you have the nutrients from the mulch, but the tree and the mulch pile help to shade it a little bit, so it's not going to die as quickly if you're unlucky and you plant it and you have 2 days straight of sun right after that. So you see I'm sticking it in the ground here, and there's just a little tiny bit coming out. That giant root mass is under the ground. When we started doing it this way, it grew 2 or 3 times as fast and almost none of them died. So now we're doing that way here. I highly suggest you plant your treble using this method, or your pinto peanut.